See, my problem with overly friendly people is that they have this tendency to manipulate you. I once had a relationship like where this guy was busy manipulating me into doing things for him. I genuinely thought it was because we were close. I thought, this is just, what closeness looks like. Not until one day it actually hits me. The whole thing was just performative. The thing was just, everything was just like strategy. Everything was calculated to me to do exactly what he wanted. It first started with him checking up on me. You know all those normal things that people say. Say, how are you? Have you eaten? Smiling with you, complimenting you, you look beautiful, as if you don't have mirror in your house. He'll be like, I like the way you think. Then before you know it, they start altering your decisions. And somehow every decision you now make is exactly what they wanted from the beginning. I don't know if this thing has happened to you guys before, but don't worry. Let me just you people what's going on. That was how one of my cousins resumed this new job. At that time, she was living with me. So everything, anytime she comes back in the evening, like normal office gist. One day she came back and said, I really like the person that I'm reporting to. I was like, wow, that was actually nice because for this Niger, not everybody immediately likes their boss, right? Sometimes your first day self now stress could greet you. So I was genuinely happy for this lady, my cousin. And then every single day, all the gist about the boss was always, oh, my boss is so kind, my boss is so sweet, my boss said this, my boss bought this. I even told myself, say, oh my God, don't bless this girl. Like this corporate life was sweet for you. This one, no. Hmm. Oh, I didn't know that film day. Oh, film day. Then small, small, the workload started increasing. At first, I didn't even notice until I started noticing the girl. You know when work starts showing you pepper physically. My very fine cousin went from wearing heels to work to suddenly wearing flat shoes every day. I said, this work won't finish this girl. Oh. And it wasn't because of the work itself was too much. No, it was because she was doing her own work, she was doing her superior's work, plus all the random errands of the superior. Oh, my girl was tired. Hey, but see, the funny thing, it didn't start with help me buy bread. No, manipulation doesn't really start like that. It first started with, oh, your dress is so pretty. You're such a fine girl. They'll just come touch your hair. You're such a fine girl. Let's have lunch together. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I'll pay. Everything was just sweet. Everything was looking very soft for my girl. Then one day, next thing, please help me finish this before you go. She will help. The next time, please help me branch and buy bread on your way. She helped her boss, normal now. Another day, please help me go to Lagos Island and pick something before you're going home. The girl still helped. Next thing, please follow my driver and help me and go and pick up my children from school and drop them at home. Ah, hey, I say no be only office work again o. Omo, my cousin was literally working the boss, not just working for the boss. And these things are real. Some bosses, they won't even come as bosses. They will come as mentors. And once they enter with that mentor badge, you are finished. Don't get me wrong, you will learn, you will grow. But my dear, you shall be used. Now, using people isn't automatically bad, right? Let's be honest. Sometimes people stretch you and you become better, but there are levels to being used. There are some levels where it graduates from stretching you to manipulating you. In fact, this thing reminds me of the whole Ejiro story that was everywhere recently. Because one thing everybody agreed on that was that manipulation is very powerful. Some people will use religion, some people will use emotions, some people even use money, and some bosses they use work. They will tell you, oh, don't worry, you will learn. The exposure is good for you. You will thank me later. Next thing, accountant don dey do legal work, legal don dey do procurement, procurement don dey do HR. Everybody is smiling. Meanwhile, na manipulation dey happen. See, all these bosses that employ somebody for one role, then start adding completely unrelated responsibilities. My dear, whatever you want to call it, that thing is manipulation. Even the extra work, if the extra work is related, I understand. Startups are hard, labor is expensive. Sometimes everybody has to stretch, right? I get it. But don't employ accountants and then turn the person into your personal assistant, your driver, your house manager, your children's lesson teacher. Accountant go come dey teach your children for school, all because the person cannot say no. Abeg, if you cannot afford more hands, at least have the conversation. Don't package it into friendship and be using somebody. One of my friend was employed by one beautician in Lagos, in Ikoyi, and honestly cannot even remember the role. I think it was maybe PA or EA or customer service. But I mean, the girl was into it, doing her work. Before she knew what was happening, they started asking her to go and buy bread, buy dispenser water. It wasn't for the office, so not office bread. It was for the ladies, the boss's house. They will tell her, go and buy bread and dispenser water for office house, the woman's house. The work worked her until she said, if I broke, I broke, and my girl just resigned. Now, let me balance this conversation because this thing has happened to me before. And I knew I was being used. But guess what? I enjoyed every bit of it. Why? Because I had my own strategy, right? I knew that I was learning. I knew I was collecting experiences that would later help me build my own businesses. So I was not even complaining. I delivered every role. I learned properly. I grew. Today, those experiences are part of why I run multiple companies. So no experience is actually wasted. But the difference is I knew what I was doing. I wasn't being manipulated without awareness. Then there's another style. Your boss will just come like this. What are you doing this weekend? Let's hang out. You are so brilliant. That's why I like you. I trust only you. Your head will just be swelling. You'll not believe that na only you sabi the work. Next thing they'll say, please let Chizoba handle it. Then another work will enter. Then another one. One fine girl, maybe you that you are now a one babe or one boy, you now turn to scarecrow because work go wan kill you. Do you know the most painful part? The very manipulative bosses are hardly the loyal ones. If Kasala boss today, they will throw you under the bus like one hot potato. All this, my very favorite staff, my trusted person, my right hand, it will just disappear. Na you go explain, na you go carry blame, na you go defend work wey you no even wey no even be your own. You go defend. Now, before some of you leave this video and go and type resignation letter, please calm down. Do like this. I'm not saying resign. Abeg don't resign because of what I'm saying. Sometimes keep collecting experiences. Sometimes learn everything you can. Me, I would learn everything I can. I'll allow them think they are using me while I'm actually collecting premium knowledge. So, because at the end of the day, no experience is actually wasted. Just know what game you're playing. That's how I say it. You people know me sef, I'm an MD, and yes, there are times people naturally do things outside their core role. It happens, especially in growing companies like mine. But for me, a win for me has to be a win for them too. Everybody must benefit somehow. I also don't like moving people into completely different responsibility without proper conversation because mistakes will happen. And if you employed somebody for one thing, don't suddenly expect them to become experts in another thing because you smiled at them. This one reminds me of my friend Oge. Her company was starting another business, and then they had one small team meeting that she attended. The girl just gave a small opinion. That small opinion, everybody just loved it. Next thing, the boss said, oh, you will join this team in a new business. And my girl said, she asked and she said, are you going to add money to my salary because you want me to do something else? And then the boss said, oh, no, we're not going to add any salary. You're going to work with the salary you had. Okay, now said, then that means let me just focus on the what I was employed for. Since I'm not going to do this other work. Before you knew what was going on, they fired the girl. Oh my God, they fired her. Eh? I mean, without discussion, they just let her out. I mean, I think she believed she was indispensable, but the company just showed her otherwise. And well, she moved on and life continued. Anyways, I feel like I have spoken so much today. So, make una tell me, have you ever been manipulated by your boss or even by your colleagues where they keep praising you, calling you fine girl, sharp guy? Meanwhile, na their work you dey do and dem go dey collect the glory. Let me know in the comments section. Tell me your stories. Tell me your stories. I cannot wait to hear the gist. Until next time, guys. See ya. Bye.